to another Surrey Supernatural YouTube video. I'm Hazel, and today I'm here to talk to you about equipment. We're going to discuss each bit of equipment, what they do, and what we use them for. So to get started, we're going to talk about cameras. Now really, you can use any type of camera. We have everything from this little just point and shoot pocket sized camera, which is handy for just quick photos. When you're doing other stuff, when you're doing experiments and that, you can just fire this off. It takes pretty good pictures for, you know, a cheap camera. Then we have a slightly more expensive camera, which is one like this, which is very similar to this, but it just has, you know, a better resolution. Yeah, it has a decent flash on it, which is always handy because a lot of the time you're in the dark. You want a good camera. And then we have my camera. My camera is here. This is a DSLR camera, which means basically it's a bit more professional. It's really expensive. It has lenses that you can take off and change. You can't really see it on the camera, but there's this thing on the front, which is a UV lens, which will stop camera flare, which actually helps with debunking pictures, because you won't get any reflection from the sun or anything from this. It also has a built-in flash, but also I can add a flash. So yeah, this is a really good camera to have. They're normally about £300, so they are expensive, but definitely worth it because you don't get a lot of the orbs or fake orbs, like dust and stuff just doesn't seem to be picked up with this because of the different lenses you can have. So that's that. So then we have video cameras as well. We don't actually have a camcorder at the moment because ours broke. We'll be getting a new one hopefully soon. So mainly we use action cameras. Now these are just little cameras that are easy to move with. We tend to use a monopod or selfie stick, depending on what you want to call it, to film with these, but you can take them off, you can put them on a tripod. They're easy to put on walls or anywhere really, because they're nice and small, easy to use. Now I'm actually filming on one today, so you can see the quality of them is really good. They film in 4K, which actually isn't the best you can get now, but it's pretty much as good as you're going to get for a decent camera. These aren't even that expensive. They're about £30 to £35. We have this one, which is the basic, and then the one I'm filming on is the touchscreen version, which is a little bit better. It has a couple of extra features. Nothing majorly different though. So that's basically the two main films we use. You can film obviously on your smartphone as well, depending what the resolution is. They're not always brilliant. Okay, so next we'll do EMF meters. Now we have 3 different types, 4 different types, but I'll get onto the 4th one in a minute. So we have your very basic. These ones I don't personally recommend, but they're alright for a beginner. Then we have this one, which has double sensor, one each side, and the screen does light up. It lights up green, but when you get a reading it will light up red, and you can also set an alarm to sound when you get a reading, so that's a handy one. Then we have obviously our best one, our K2 meter. These are really good. These are known to be one of the best you can get. They're a little bit dearer than the other two, but definitely worth it. They're not made in the UK, you have to get them from America, but it's definitely worth it. Then the 4th kind, which I will talk about now, is this. Now this is a mel meter. This was created by a guy called Gary Gorka. So I just checked with Graham there because I wasn't 100% sure on the pronunciation of the last name. So basically his daughter sadly died in a car accident, but he felt that she was trying to communicate with him. He had a history in engineering, and he created this. Basically this is like an EMF meter. It gives you the EMF reading. This blue thing on the top. This is a temperature probe. The temperature will also appear. It is classed as the most sensitive EMF meter on the market, but if you have the temperature probe on, it does take away from the sensitivity of the EMF. Temperature probe off, it is the most sensitive on the market. This has a backlight, it records readings. It is brilliant. It is expensive, but it's worth it. It also has a little light on the top, which comes in handy when you're in the dark. You can get another version of this that we don't actually have, which has a REM pod. Instead of the light, there is like an antenna that basically registers if anything goes near it or touches it, and it has some lights that will flash. But you don't need that if you have a REM pod or a motion detector, which brings me on to our motion detector. This is actually, ours is remote control, so you literally turn it on. You can place it in doorways, windows, anywhere that there might be motion, and if the infrared red beam is broken, an alarm will sound. I won't show you that because it is very loud and I have neighbours. But yeah, these are really cheap. I can't even remember how much we paid for this. I think it was like £5 or something. It's really cheap. Keep an eye. Yeah, just keep an eye out in your local cheap shops. These are always around. So then we have trigger objects. This is literally a cat toy. As you can hear, it jingles. These are really good because you can place them around. One, you will see if anything moves them. Two, if you're not looking at them, you can hear the jingle. These are really good for asking spirits to move around. Or just generally, like, especially if you're talking to children spirits, they like these things. Same with children spirits, toy cars. Because of the wheels, they move. So they can very easily be moved by a spirit, and it's easy to catch on film, or even just notice if you place it here, and you come back and it's here, and no one was near it, something weird's going on. So, we also have a voice recorder. Now, you can basically use any voice recorder. We just have a cheap-ish one. I'm sorry about that. That is Graham's laptop making some noise. I'm sorry about that. So these, yeah, it's for EVP recordings. Now, an EVP is electronic voice phenomenon. I'm sorry, I completely pronounced that wrong, but you know what I mean. You can actually do this on your smartphone. Most smartphones now, you can download like voice recorder dictaphone. Actually, the phone I have comes with one, so you can use them. And yeah, it just picks up voices that maybe we can't hear with our own ears. Very interesting. Definitely should be one of your very first bits of equipment. So next, let's talk about this. Now this is called a writing planchette. Although it looks like a Ouija board, that is just a design. Most of them are plain. We just really liked the Ouija board design. So basically this has wheels. You place it on a bit of paper. You put a pen through this metal-like clip. And yeah, you use it like a Ouija board. Gentle touch. Everyone puts their finger on it. It can move, it can write. You can ask it like yes, no questions, and there is actually yes and no. So if it moves this way, you know it's yes. If it moves this way, you know it's no. These, again, a little bit expensive. I actually only know one place in the UK that sell these, and they sell out very quickly. We luckily received ours as a Christmas present, but I definitely recommend looking into getting one of these. So then we have a pendulum. This is my pendulum. I actually received this as a free gift. So basically you place it between your fingers, and you would start off by saying, if the answer is yes, you swing it this way. If the answer is no, you swing it this way. If the answer is maybe, please do a circle. You would then hold it still. The reason you hold it between your fingers, preferably as low down in your fingers as possible, is so it's harder to manipulate. Like, it's quite hard for me to get it to move without obviously moving my arm. So you can ask it yes, no, and maybe questions, and it would give you, hopefully, an answer. So yeah, very cheap. You can literally get these for a couple of quid on eBay, but they're definitely worth it. So I think I've only got like 2-3 things left. So we've got the spirit box, which I'm going to include the speaker in with this. This is the ST7 spirit box. Again, expensive, but totally worth it. It basically is a radio that doesn't tune, and you can sweep forward or reverse, and the whole idea is that spirits can manipulate it to be able to talk to you. So if you hear voices coming through, you're looking for, like, if you ask a question, an intelligent response to what you asked. They are good. They are very quiet, and having a speaker. Now sadly this doesn't have Bluetooth. You would have to connect it via a wire, but luckily most Bluetooth speakers will come with the wire that you need. So yeah, they're really good. If I can work out how to use this, I'm not normally the one that uses the spirit box. I will show you. So I can get it to work. I'll just hold it up to the camera so I don't know if you can hear it very well. And basically, so it mainly makes white noise. You are looking for voices to come through the white noise. The speaker can also come in handy with your voice recorder, because when you've recorded your EVP session, these can be quiet. Some aren't, some are, it depends on the model, but again, using the same wire, just connect this to this and you can hear it clearly. Some do have Bluetooth. I know a member of our team does have one with Bluetooth. That's a lot easier because you don't need the wire. So torches, basically super handy. You spend a lot of time in the dark, you're going to need one of these to be able to turn your equipment on or find something, or just make sure you don't walk into a tree. These are always handy. We don't just have tiny ones, this is obviously very small. We do have big ones, medial sized ones, we have ones you wear on your head, we have beanie hats with torches built in. Torches, important, always keep one in your bag. And basically, the last thing is your mobile phone. These are really good because you've always got your mobile on you. So you have apps like Paratech, Speculo, not sure how you pronounce that. We only tend to use apps made or the Brian Holloway has had something to do with. I recommend anything by Brian Holloway. Definitely check him out on Facebook. He's often live doing bits and pieces. His apps are brilliant. Literally go to the Google Play Store. I'm not sure if he's on the Apple Store or not. I think it's mainly Google Play. Go to Google Play, type in Brian Holloway, and yeah, his app should come up. I definitely recommend using Paratech, which acts sort of similar to the Ovilus device, if you know what that is. It uses like EMF readings and stuff to produce words. And again, you're looking for intelligent responses to questions you ask. These are also good because they have cameras, so photos, filming, that's good. Voice recorders, these are just the best equipment you can have because you've always got it with you. that's it. I think that's all our equipment. We do have bits and pieces that we haven't got here with us. Like, we do have Ouija boards. We have actually quite a lot of Ouija boards. They're on my wall, actually. I count 11. We have 11 Ouija boards on our wall. We have other, like, trigger objects. Like, you can see one doll here. We do have another doll that come in handy. We have a plasma ball. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a dome. That you can see the electricity. When you touch it, it shoots to your fingertips. They are really good because obviously if you're not touching it or nothing is touching it and a beam shoots off and shows you the fingerprint, then something is touching it. Yes, we have other bits and pieces. This is our main equipment that we use on a general investigation. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. If there's other equipment you use that we haven't mentioned, leave it in the comments, let us know. Like, we're always happy to learn from other teams. Don't forget to give us a like down below, hit the subscribe button, turn on the little bell so you get notified when we upload. We upload normally on a Sunday, it's not every week, we have other commitments, but we try to upload most Sundays. So yeah, so definitely turn that bell on, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.